Good evening. We start tonight with the latest on the Cougar attack here on the island that has left a 1.5-year-old child in hospital with serious injuries. The attack happening at Kennedy Lake on the west coast of the island, about 16 kilometers east of Ucluelet. Check News reporter Dean Stoltz has been following this story since this morning and joins us now from Port Alberni with more on this. Dean, what can you tell us tonight?
Well, Scott, the 18-month-old is expected to recover, but this is being called a predatory attack. So conservation officers and BC Parks officials taking no chances, saying this cougar could strike again. Parks officials carrying shotguns along with dog teams and BC conservation officers are still on the trail of an elusive cougar. This after an 18-month-old toddler was attacked by a big cat in Pacific Rim National Park Reserve Monday evening.
The park received a call that there had been a cougar attack out at Kennedy Lake, the Deus area.
The same area is now closed to the public until the cougar is caught, but officials say on Monday a family of 4 had spent the day at the beach, an 18-month-old, a 4-year-old sibling and 2 adults, but they'd cleaned up and were on their way back to the parking lot when the attack happened.
And they were still on the beach approaching the trail to go back to the parking area. And the cougar came up to them. The children were close to the parents and the cougar surprised them. It immediately approached the 18-month-old.
The adults aggressively tried to scare the cougar away, but instead it charged at the 4-year-old child. Eventually, the cougar did disappear into the forest, leaving the youngest child injured.
It did bite the child, but it was in the head region, and it was very, very quick, a matter of seconds.
The child is now recovering in a Vancouver hospital, and the search continues for the cougar that parks officials openly admit is a risk to the public.
It certainly was a predatory attack, and that puts the concern level, at a high level.
The teams of tracking hounds and conservation officers have picked up the cougar's scent, but apparently it hasn't been fresh enough to maintain a track on the animal. A wolf and cougar advisory has been in effect for parts of Pacific Rim National Park, including the Kennedy Lake Deus area, because of a recent increase in carnivore activity. But the advisory was just to have people on the lookout. It didn't close any particular area. That is until now. Many parking lots and boat ramps, parts of the park are closed until this cougar is captured. Now, so far, as we mentioned in the piece there, officials having no luck tracking the cougar, but they say if they do catch it, it will be killed. It's just too much of a risk to the public, Scott.